Hi. We start off this course by discussing legislation, so the laws that pertain to the safe operation and use of a skid steer here in Canada. The components of a wheeled skid steer are the cab, which makes up the ROPS and FOPS of the machine, lift arm, lift cylinder, lift arm safety support. So to find out what operating capacity you should be running at, you simply go in and load up your bucket until you start to feel your back wheels lift and the machines start to tip forward on you. At that point, you look at that load and you say, okay, I need to run approximately half of that amount of material. And there you're set for your operating capacity. An unloaded skid steer has a weight distribution of 70% on the back wheels and 30% on the front wheels. At loaded operating capacity, a skid steer has a weight distribution of 30% on the back and 70% on the front. A machine that is weighted 50% back and 50% front will use more engine power and have diminished turning abilities. Skid steers have a stability shape of a four-sided rectangular pyramid. If you allow the center of gravity to go anywhere outside of this pyramid, you will tip. Center of gravity. There are a lot of forces and factors that affect our center of gravity. A good operator is always aware of the machine's center of gravity. Okay, I've had a lot of students say to me, what do you mean side slope grade? It's a hill, it's the same thing. This is not referring to the hill. This is referring to how you drive on the hill with the machine. As you walk up to the machine, check for any leaks on the ground. Inspect your bucket and cutting edge. Check hydraulic lines, look for wear, abrasions, and any signs of leaking. Use 3 points of contact when mounting the machine. Also, if those steps are oily or greasy or have snow and ice on them, clean them off ahead of time. It is likely you will forget when you're climbing out and then you'll hurt yourself. There are two main ways to load a bucket. The first one we're going to look at is arc penetration. This is often the most common method used. As you enter the pile, slowly lift the machine's arms, followed by tilting your bucket back until full. This method begins by taking advantage of your more powerful lift arm cylinders and creates a smooth arc motion. Secondly is step penetration, used when material is very dense, wet, or frozen. Place the bucket horizontal at ground level and push into the pile. Raise the bucket about a foot and push into the pile again. Lower bucket to the ground, making sure the front bucket cutting edge is tilted slightly down so it does not create a tripping hazard. Confirmation that a bucket is correctly mounted can be done in two ways. So first off, you can lift the loader arms and tilt the bucket down to confirm the attachment mounting pins are through the bucket. Another way to do it is while the bucket is flat on the ground, slowly tilt the bucket down. If correctly attached, your front wheels will lift.